Hello everyone. I am so excited to be here. I'm also a smidgen nervous to do this. So here we go. Thank you everyone for showing your interest and joining our group. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, introduce myself, tell you a little bit about me, tell you why I'm doing this, and then a little bit more about what you can expect here in this group, and what is coming down the line. So okay, so let's get started. My name is Lisa Cook. I am a mother and a wife. I'm also a business owner. We actually own a couple of businesses, so I'm busy, but I like that. I have an amazing little boy. He is almost 5. In just a couple of weeks he will be 5. Seems like yesterday I gave birth to him, but he will be 5 soon. He is spunky and full of life and loves adventure, and he has lots of big emotions that we deal with on a regular basis. He is very expressive. He challenges me regularly as a mother, and his personality showing up daily, something I fall in love with all the time. I am a wife. My husband and I have had a very amazing story. And I say amazing, and most people would probably think I'm a little crazy for using that word, but I really find it an amazing story. My husband and I met 10 years ago. Well, we met in high school. We ran into each other again roughly 10 years ago, a little bit more than that. And started talking, dating, all that good stuff. He proposed, we got married. We were married and ran our business together for 6.5 years-ish, before, and in that time things had very much deteriorated. Our communication was not very good. Each of us had our own insecurities and fears that played into every aspect of our marriage. We had death in the family, and that was really a catalyst to what was already coming. Our relationship really broke down severely at that time. I got very, very sick. And then we had a domestic violence in our home, and at that point I left. I packed up and I left, and I filed for divorce, and I didn't see any other way. I tried everything, right? I had tried everything that I knew of at that time to make it work, and I didn't see any other option. My husband, after I left, found a men's group that really supported him and helped him learn some new relationship skills. We didn't talk for months at a time, or 4 months, but he really worked on his relationship with our son, which I started to see proof of that. And so from that, I started to talk again to him for things other than just co-parenting. At that time, we excuse me, we really worked through a lot of the hard stuff. We worked through the hard conversations. We learned how to communicate better. I had read a lot of books, tried lots of things to grow who I was. When I had left, I was very broken, and I was very aware that I was very broken. I wallowed in that for about a month before I said, that's enough. This isn't who I want to be. And I had to change something to be different. I had to change something in the way I was doing things to be the woman I wanted to be the mother I wanted to be. And then that rolled into being the wife that I wanted to be. There are a lot of details amongst that story that I'm sure that I will share over time and in different points throughout the course of this program and group. So the highlights were, We separated, didn't talk for a while. I did include him. We had our son baptized. He was there for that. That was just shortly after his sentencing hearing for the domestic violence. Shortly after that, we started to talk again, mainly co-parenting. That's all we really talked about for a while. Then we got into some of the hard issues that we had really faced in our first marriage. We did go through with getting a divorce, so I did divorce my husband. We started dating shortly after that again, and that failed miserably because our insecurities and our fears were still very present. We had more to work through, so we took a step back and we worked on those issues. Never really giving up, but trying to find the right balance for where we both were in that moment. We tried dating other people. That didn't really pan out for us. Kept kind of floating back, working through one thing at a time. As we worked through some of those things, we really focused in on and co-parenting together, and that really helped build our friendship again. We started at ground zero. We started with friendship and dating and then marriage again. So in February of 21, we tried dating again, and it really was a wonderful experience. Probably some of the best dates I've ever had in my life. So then throughout 21, we continued to rebuild trust, work on our communication, and really grow together in our relationship to the point that we remarried in November of 2021. So roughly our first wedding anniversary was just a few weeks ago. So, and the story doesn't end there. There's things that every day that we work on, every day we grow in, every day we push each other to step out of our comfort zone and deal with our fears and our insecurities. And this happens to be one of mine because being in front of all of you is scary as shit. So here I am facing a fear. But more importantly, I get to share with you everything I've been through, everything I've learned, and am still learning, because nothing about this happens overnight. None of it. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes willingness to keep trying. Even when you fall off the horse, you have to get back on. You have to try again. For yourself, for your family, for your children, all of those things are commitments that you made, and they define who you are and who you want to be. And so learning through stepping outside of your comfort zone into that growth zone is a beautiful thing. The growth zone and the comfort zone can't happen at the same time. So that was probably one of my first lessons in all of this, that I had to put myself past that comfort zone line and try something that scared the shit out of me. So practice helps. So here I am practicing again, doing something that scares me, because sharing, one, helps you process your emotions, help you process what you're going through and grow through it. But it also makes it just a smidgen easier to step into that growth zone the next time, and the next time, and the next time. So, that's a little bit of my background. It's part of the why. I mean, my whole story and everything that we've been through to be able to rebuild a stronger marriage than I ever imagined. To have the communication, the connection that I do with my husband now that I didn't know existed. That took a lot of work and effort, but it was well worth it. And sharing all of those tools and those things that we used with all of you is kind of a dream come true to get to do that. We've also learned that a lot of these things, yes, they apply to your marriage, but they also apply to just about every relationship you have. They apply to parenting and with your kids. They apply to your friendships. They apply in your workspace too. So that's the real beauty of all of these tools and things that I've learned that I want to share with you, is that you can use them anywhere and in any relationship that you have in life. And the most important one is the one with yourself, because as women, we tend to want to ignore that relationship that we have with ourselves. But it's extremely vital. And that is one thing that I have learned, that I have to have a good relationship with myself to be able to love myself, to love others. I have to know how to take care of myself, because honestly, I didn't know the answer to those things. I didn't know how to take care of myself. I didn't really know what I needed. I didn't really know what I wanted, because I was always taking care of someone else or taking care of someone else's dreams. So that process of learning those things is very important, and something that I hope that I can help support you in that journey in finding those things for yourself, and then living them. Because life throws crap at you, and we have to learn to live and process that and grow through it. That's the other beauty of so many of these things that I want to share with you, is that you can use them over and over again. They help you daily, weekly, monthly, because it's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle to live growing through every day, through every situation, through every conversation, through every interaction that you have. It's an opportunity for growth. Growth closer to that woman, that mother, that wife that you really desire to be. So that is my why. That is a smidgen of about me and my story. I will share more and more as we go along. Please never hesitate to ask, because I am an open book when it comes to my experiences and what my husband and I experienced, especially. So I got my notes over here, so I'm peeking. So moving forward, I touched a little bit on what you can expect. So I'm still developing a lot of things. So as I get them developed, you'll get to see them. There will be weekly where I'll get on here and I'll sit in front of you and talk about different things and tips and suggestions and tools for you. I also will have 1 to 2 posts during the week of either, it might be an article, it might be a book recommendation, it might be a journal prompt, or a motivational quote for you to think on. Like, I like to hit on lots of different ways, because the beauty about us is that we're individuals, and what works for me, you might need to tweak. And I can make suggestions of how to tweak it, but never feel like you have to do it in the sense of, well, you know, she did it left to right and bottom to top. Maybe you use the same tool, but you use it right to left, or left to right, or back and forth. Doesn't matter. The point is, the tools are a basic knowledge to apply to who you are as an individual. It's like a framework, and you get to customize it. So those are some of the things that'll happen weekly. In the near future, which I'm very excited about, there will be courses available that go far more in depth into each topic, like communication, self-love, rebuilding trust. I'll hit communication again because it's an important one. Marriage, parenting, different things along those lines. There's a lot more. But those things will come out slowly, one at a time. So those are coming in the near future. I'm very excited about those things. I also will have coaching opportunities available later on. That will be something separate, and I'll lay out all the details for that coming. So I'm very excited about all of those things. So hopefully there will be something for everyone, whether it's just the tips and that's what you're looking for and that's what helps you, fantastic. If you need something more than that, then hopefully one of the other STEER steps in the program will be exactly what you need, and we can talk about those more in detail to try to help you find exactly what you need to progress to who you want to be. So that is a very summary version of everything that's going on. I'm super excited about everyone being here. I can't thank you enough for your support just getting this started. Please feel free to invite people that you know into the group that are wives, mothers, serious relationships, whatever that is. Invite them in so that they can take part and participate. I really, really encourage you. Conversation is a beautiful thing, especially among women. Every one of us have beautiful insight to give, because I haven't experienced everything, and maybe somebody else has experienced something I haven't. So if I put questions out there, please take that as a moment and a chance to step outside of your comfort zone and answer the questions. Participate in conversation, supporting one another by sharing pieces of your life, your experiences. If you want insight from someone else, post the question in the group. Take the opportunity to get insight from one another. I will always be watching the Facebook group to answer any questions that you have, but also I invite all of you to answer for one another. Share what you experienced and what you felt. But remember that you're all on a journey of growth. So you might learn something from somebody else as well as from me. And I hope that happens, because the beauty of a group of women truly supporting each other and being there when we need it is one of my ultimate goals here, because we all deserve support, a true support system from women that are going through something or have been through something that we're experiencing. So please take this opportunity as a safe space to share of yourself, to ask for advice, ask for help, share your great moments, things that you've accomplished and learned about yourself, share things that you need help with. This is a safe space to do that in, and I hope to see that conversation happen amongst everyone here. So I hope that you're as excited as I am about everything that there is to come. Again, feel free, shoot me messages if you have questions, post things in the group, and keep an eye out for all the new material and tidbits that will be happening on a weekly basis. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you for those of you that watch later. I welcome you all. I'm excited to work with all of you. Have a great Saturday. Bye.